Judges are different from other public officials. Officials, like governors and legislators, are elected to represent their constituents and follow through on campaign promises. But judges are sworn to decide cases based strictly on the facts and the law. Selecting statewide appellate judges, the same way we select our politicians, is causing big problems.
It costs over $2 million to run for the Pennsylvania Supreme Court. Because of that vast amount of money, the perception to the public is that the judge will be biased in favor of those interest groups and those individuals who have donated heavily to their campaigns.
Dozens of states have solved these problems and increased public confidence in the courts by changing how they pick appellate judges. The solution to get the most qualified and impartial judges on the bench? Merit selection.
Merit selection is a hybrid of appointing and electing judges. The governor would select a name from a list prepared by a citizen nominating commission. Then after Senate confirmation and an initial term of 4 years, the judge would go before the voters in a yes-no retention election to see whether that judge would have a full 10-year term.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, 93% of Pennsylvanians say they want to vote, but they want to vote on whether or not to establish a merit selection system. The only thing this resolution will do is put it on the ballot, so the people have the right to vote about the system they want to keep in place.
When people think about courts and the image of a judge in the robes or the image of Lady Justice blindfolded, they want to feel that they can come to courts and no matter who they are, no matter where they come from in the state, no matter their race or their gender or their economic status, that they will get a fair shake.
Pennsylvanians have many reasons for their frustration with the courts and the desire for change.
The public really has no idea who the candidates are. So it's a really blind election.
Voters may or may not know who is who, but they very often will just pull the straight party lever.
The only qualifications are to be 21, a resident of Pennsylvania for a year, and to be a lawyer. That's all. Merit selection writes qualifications right into the Constitution, and it's really the heart of merit selection.
In addition to many civic and legal groups, companies and business organizations from across the state support merit selection. Many believe the current system doesn't create a perception of fairness.
It doesn't provide a level playing field for businesses, particularly minority businesses.
Prominent Pennsylvanians and many civic organizations agree that it's time for change. As former Superior Court Judge Justin Johnson explained, the timely passage of merit selection is critical to the strengthening of our appellate court system, if we are to have a judicial system of which all Pennsylvanians can be proud. But the problem heard most often about Pennsylvania's appellate courts. 76% of Pennsylvanians believe that judges are influenced by campaign contributions.
A good friend of mine who came to me one day and said, I just had a weird thing happen. I was in court and the judge came in and I turned to my client and I said to him, I don't like this. I don't like the feel of this because the lawyer on the other side was the head of this judge's campaign committee, and that's going to be a bit of a disadvantage for us. And he said, my client thought about it for a minute and said, why weren't you on the committee?
I am very concerned about what it's doing to this country to have partisan election of judges and big money changing hands. I think we should keep cash out of the courtrooms.
We need to get citizen confidence in our courts back. The time for merit selection is now. Learn more at judgesonmerit.org, pmconline.org, and pmcaction.org.